Now from the home of the 49ers, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Denver Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go from Santa Clara. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Hey, check that. Ready? 60 Eagles, 60.
The throw up wide, taken in by Pearsall. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this ball. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Go, Jack. Go. Let's go now.
They'll look to throw. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Jahdae Barron. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick 6 and an early touchdown. That is a brutal way to start the game. You're thinking opening drive touchdown. Instead, that 3rd down pick turns into 6, Greg.
Yeah, Mike, and every offense all week works on that opening drive. It's such a critical way to get their players and get their offense settled into this game. And as you said, disastrous start, not only turning the ball over, but allowing the defense to capitalize and take it all the way back the other way.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Right back to the air following that pick 6. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. Complete to Pearsall. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. A big-time play for the Niners. That gains an even 60 yards.
The 5-yard line.
Chance now to make up for that earlier pick 6. They have it 1st and goal. Ayuk makes the catch right side. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Another one from the 5. 2nd down and goal.
18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Back to the air one more time. And He's in. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown San Francisco. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Captain. Hold on a second.
Big snap on 1st and 10. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets, and he continues to make plays like that. Their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. We'll go right back to Njoku. He's got it again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. These two moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Flush to his right, escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Hold on a second.
Back to throw is Nix. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And this is going to wind up 49er football. They have it.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Blitz coming. He'll do it. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
Back to throw. He's got his tight end, Kittle, inside the 20. And he will score. George Kittle, touchdown, 49ers. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
A throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this.
Nixon's pass to the sideline and incomplete. Alec will stop up on the coverage.
Second and 10.
Bombers. Over set.
Working out of the gun. It's Nix. Open man. That is Bob. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
5 yards on the pickup. And this is third down.
Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll give it here to Judkins. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Nix. That is hard down the field. He's got it. A gain of 26 yards, and the decision to go for it winds up being a good one. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. On throw, right side, taken by Njoku. And he's into the end zone. What a response! David Njoku. Touchdown, Broncos.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there. Ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Here we go. 60 by 6.
They'll start by going forward with a pop package. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
49er, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
70 Lions.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest game.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He'll get that to Quinshon Judkins. He's to the 15. And it's a big play. He's finally taken down. What a way to end the first. They can't wait to start the next quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. It's the Broncos with the early lead. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on 1st and goal. Now a little pop pass. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Throwing is Nix.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. That is hot. What a job on the scramble. Vontae Turpin. Touchdown, Denver. The kick by Lutz is good. Broncos extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard
line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Back to throw here to begin the drive. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Go, go, 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Come on, let's go.
He'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
70 Lions.
They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And he's not going to get anything out of this one. They force him laterally out of bounds. No gain on the return. Throw it here on first down. Moving to his right. Now he takes off. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Bombers. Hey! Captain.
Slot man in motion right. Now, a second down throw for Nix. Left side, he's got the Joku. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Denver first down.
Ready? Go.
To throw is Nix. Now a shot here, deep middle. That is brought in. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big-time play for the Broncos. An even 40 yards.
A gain of 40 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And it'll bring up second down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6.
Captain. Oh, ready. Joe.
They'll throw. It's Nix. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Jair Brown up from the safety spot. He gets there and records the sack.
Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal.
Lutz's kick
26 yards.
is good.
The kick
And the Broncos add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Travel like a Bron, I'm a traveling man. LAX out the Baltimore, they landed in France.
Go, track. Go. Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
At the 23-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end, Kittle on the right side. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go for it on fourth.
Trying to get it to Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Dane Belton.
I think he chalked this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
On first down, here's Nix to throw. He brings it in, the tight end, Njoku. And they'll take this down inside the 35. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. A first down throw for Nix. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up the second down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
That is brought in at the 10. And he'll take this one in. Isaiah Bond. Touchdown, Broncos. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Okay, 3. Hey, smash Bronco. Let's go. Take over.
Travis start on the ground. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They'll look to throw. Defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when When you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
Bombers.
Big snap on 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Judkins. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Here's 1st and 10.
13 yards on the play.
Now this looks like a design run, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and 11.
Captain. Hold on, sir. Ready.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That'll be caught by the running back, Judkins. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. The clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter.
Touchdown, Denver.
Pass caught by Bond. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown, Denver.
He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in his first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Now they'll set up to throw. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Texas A&M.
There's really no other way to put it, Mike. This has just been a rough outing for the young rookie quarterback, and I think everyone understands going into these games, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be learning moments that these guys are going to gain that they can only gain through experience. The problem is, it's really hard to have positive learning experiences when you throw 3 picks. He's got to see the field better. He's got to anticipate better. And ultimately, he just needs to play better for his offense to have a chance.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Set to kick off.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This one taken at the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
32-yard line.
Back to throw is Nix. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he'll convert, picking up the first down at the 46-yard line.
I like that call on third down, keeping the ball on the ground. You see so often these defenses, Mike, on third down, they bring out more defensive backs. They bring out some smaller bodies. They're anticipating third down pass. There's a lot of opportunities to take advantage of it with third down run.
Throwing. Nix. In trouble, and down he goes.
Bombers. Captain.
Second down. Nix. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
You can't teach speed. And a guy like this is just a nightmare for these linebackers. He's got a running start at them. You have no idea which way he's going to go, and he ends up just running right by you.
3rd and 7.
Oh, my son! Ready!
Throwing is Nix. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
And punt formation for the Broncos.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line.
You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do. I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get some.
60 Eagles, 60.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Oh, that is taken in downfield by Tonjes. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
First and 10.
That is a big gain for the 49ers. 37 yards.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 30.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. The coverage right there. And it's knocked away. Incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. It's second down.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he is not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up.
And he's in! Touchdown, San Francisco. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Now, a two-point conversion attempt coming.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
60 Bison.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion. We call it the octopus. And it cuts the deficit down a bit further.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Throw it here on first down. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On second down, it's Nix. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 6. Again, it's Judkins. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Third down, they need 5. Here's Nix to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. He's going to have that first down. Gain of 6 as they convert on third down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll run the toss here with Judkins. Down the sideline, past the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. First down, Broncos.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Denver.
Hold on, set. Ready. Ready, ready.
From the gun, a give to Judkins. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
At the 35-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Hold on, set.
They'll throw. It's Nix. A throw. Right side taken by Njoku. And he's going to take it into the end zone. It's a touchdown. There is a penalty marker down, but it looks like this one's going to hold up. Once for the extra point. His kick is good. Broncos will extend his third quarter lead.
49ers 21.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
24-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
39-yard line.
To the air now on 1st and 10. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
To number 25. A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 37-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Go. Street. Hut.
He'll drop to throw. Ayuk makes the catch right side. He'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
They'll look to throw. Going up top. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Johnny Barry.
This has been tough to watch, Mike, really for a lot of reasons. And when you talk to everybody around this building, they know the future of this organization rests on the shoulders of this young rookie quarterback. And there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be missed throws and misreads. But 4 interceptions into today's game, you find yourself trailing here. At some point, they got to ask themselves, is this rookie giving us the best chance to win now, or are we just all in for the future?
The 14-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Hold on, set. Ready. Ready. With Hunt.
They run it once more with Judkins. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down.
5 yards on the pickup. And this is third down.
Motion, motion. Hold on, set. Ready. Ready. With Hunt.
To throw is Nix, exiting the pocket right, and that is incomplete.
I really like the personnel adjustment by the defensive coordinator, Mike. They go dime coverage, so they're going to bring out 6 defensive backs, really play the pass and muddy it up with as many pass defenders as you can. Nowhere to go with the ball, and now we got to see, does the offensive coordinator, when he sees that dime package take the field, what answers does he have?
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, Nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line.
Panther Street!
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. Good look here defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long.
Third down.
He'll look to throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any...
For the fifth time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism.
And he will score! Touchdown, Broncos. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying, it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
This will be returned from the 6. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
34-yard line.
Hey, check that street. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to air this one out. He lays out and makes a spectacular catch. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 61 yards.
And the 49er first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Ready up.
So after the big play to start, now we have first and goal.
70 Lions.
Right back to Pearsall again. And he'll take it on in. Ricky Pearsall. Touchdown. 49ers. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The 49ers will line up.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision turned it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Judkins. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
37-yard line. 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the handoff, Judkins. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Sean Judkins, the ball carrier. Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down.
Down.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I can sit up here all day, Michael. We can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Caught. This is Ayuk. And they're marking down just shy of the 40. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
At the 39-yard line.
Go! Go! Hey, check go!
Going for it all. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. At the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Check it, Craig.
That is incomplete. Here we go. There goes what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
On the give, it's Judkins. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. They try and run for the 1st with Judkins. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap